Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness Holiday Edition. Let me start with expressing my gratitude for you and my best wishes for you for an amazing holiday season that changes your life and makes it better. Now, if you can hear the noise all around me and behind me, it's because the guys are spraying leaves across the street, and they've been doing it for the last hour or so. There seems to be a fundamental law of making Tour of Consciousness videos, and that is, as soon as you're about to turn on the camera, every noise in the surrounding world will come and find you. Apparently it wants to be part of the process. Who knows? Oh, let me see if I can get started here, okay? First, thank you for being on the planet. Thank you for being around. Thank you for being the gift that you are. If you could start to realize that indeed you are a gift, and that probably one of the things that has gotten in your way more than anything else, that has seemed more difficult to deal with, especially without a reference point, is actually your level of awareness. Meaning that at this time of year, things get stressful in a lot of ways for a lot of people, and what's happening is, what you want to ask yourself, so the first tool, you want to ask, is my level of awareness exceeding my level of allowance? Now, allowance is where everything gets to be just an interesting point of view. No matter what you feel, no matter what you perceive, no matter what you think, interesting point of view, I have this point of view, is allowance. So you don't have to resist and react, you don't have to align and agree, you don't have to do positive, you don't have to do negative, you don't have to run away. It's just interesting point of view, I have this point of view. So you want to ask yourself first, is my level of awareness exceeding my level of allowance? Because at this time of year, you become so much more aware of all the weird stuff that's going on in people's worlds, and everybody else is pretending like it doesn't exist. This can help you immensely if you're willing to do it, and just acknowledge, wow, my awareness is actually exceeding the level of allowance that I had yesterday, meaning, and then you want to ask, okay, what's it going to take to increase my level of allowance? Okay, so that's first. My level of awareness exceeding my level of allowance. When you realize it is, you realize, okay, I'm just having a huge level of awareness. Now what do I do? Because just in acknowledging what's actually going on, things start to get easier for you. Okay, that's first. Second tool, an old Access staple. For all of the weird stuff that's going on, you want to go, okay, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view, to the energy of those points of view, and every time you say it, it'll start to change. So once again, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. That's the second tool. Third tool, which I should have given you with the first tool, so we can consider it 1A, but it's in slot number 3. Yeah, that's how my mind works, sorry. Is actually what you want to do is go, hey, what's it going to take to increase my level of allowance? Because if you can increase your level of allowance just by asking that question, then everything will get easier for you. Okay? So first, is my level of awareness exceeding my level of allowance? Then ask, if that's the case, what would it take to increase my level of allowance? And then, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Until your point of view starts to change. What's the last tool I'd like to share with you right now? Well, it was actually inspired by coming out here to do videos, because I have not had the time to do videos since I've been home from Australia, since I've been home from Washington. I haven't had time to do videos at all, and so I finally get a moment, right? I come outside, I'm like, yes, I'm going to do the videos, and every leaf blower in the south side of Houston is here. All of them. Apparently, okay? So I came outside, it was so noisy, and I stood here, and initially I was pissed. You know how that happens, how you get really angry when things don't go your way? Not that I would do such a thing, but I've heard it can happen. So initially I was like, ah! And then I sat here for a moment and went, wait a minute. What if I didn't resist it? What if instead of resisting the things that you've been resisting during this holiday season, even if it's feeling the angst that other people feel, even if it's feeling overwhelmed by your financial situation, or totally judged by your family, or totally wrong, or just like overwhelmed in general and not even knowing what to do, what if you could just stand there and feel your feet on the floor and lower all of your barriers and stop resisting? It's amazing what happens when you do that. It's amazing what opens up in your world. And it's amazing how it starts to create a sense of space, because when you put up those barriers to try to resist the things that are going on around you, what ends up getting created, unfortunately, is you have no space because you're trapped behind those walls and those barriers. Hopefully these tools will create a greater holiday season for you, a greater season of possibilities. You so deserve it. There's so much more available to you. You are so much greater than you've given yourself credit for. I hope during this holiday season, you're able to use these tools to allow you to step in and open up and embrace it. And embrace you and embrace the greatness you are. And embrace your capacity to be able to be like the rock in the stream, having all of these thoughts, feelings, and emotions and points of view and overwhelm come at you and just go right around you while you get to continue being you. Please use these tools. You'll make your life and our world a far greater place. I thank you so much for being part of the Tour of Consciousness. I'm so grateful that you are on this planet, desiring and willing to create and willing to gift the possibilities that you are. And I look forward to being with you next time. Thanks, beautiful people. Until next time, have a very happy holiday. And what if you, truly being you, are the gift and the change and the possibilities this beautiful planet requires. Thanks for being. Bye.